By now you might be asking the question, exactly what is this BetterPears thing? I mean, you get the podcast part, short, quirky insights into language, culture, and first principles. You get the BetterPears Market, your home for stylish swag and functional conversation pieces. These BetterPears courses, however, need some explaining. Well, you have come to the right place, or rather, clicked on the right video. Get ready for the why, the what, and the how of BetterPears courses. Why courses for men reading classical text in the original Latin and ancient Greek. Despite the internet's claim to connect the world through interactive communications in real time, we in the West have grown farther apart with respect to culture, generations, and tradition. This is acutely the case for men among other men. BetterPears courses are an attempt to discover the unifying wisdom of those who lived before us by stepping into their world, their struggles, their language. Yes, many of the works read in BetterPears courses have been widely translated. Translation does grant many people some access to the best of any tradition. But the world today seems full of otherwise intelligent people who consider Virgil a hack and in the same breath call Shakespeare an authentic genius, solely because they read the former in translation and the latter in the original. No, BetterPears courses ask something more from fellows than merely the cost of admission, because BetterPears courses offers something rare in the world: fellowship, accountability, and accomplishment. Which brings us to the what. What can I expect when I sign up for a BetterPears course? BetterPears courses each last 4 to 8 weeks and usually cover a prescribed portion of a much larger text. For example, one of the 13 books of St. Augustine's Confessions, or one of the 12 books from Virgil's Aeneid. When you sign up at BetterPears.com, you may be joining a fellowship in progress, or a fellowship just starting out. In either case, you will receive an email from BetterPears announcing the home address of your fellowship sessions and introducing your course guide. Rather than a place of business, such as a restaurant or tavern, or even a multifunctional space at a church, BetterPears courses take place in a real home with a host and genuine hospitality. The guide is a talented instructor engaged by BetterPears to keep the fellowship on course and clarify any unusual aspects of each week's passage. The guide is not formally a teacher, although from time to time, a guide might review or highlight grammatical or syntactical aspects of the source language for the good of the fellowship. Each fellow is expected to have at least had a working knowledge of the source language, and with the aid of a select glossary of uncommon terms found in the text, be able to construe the sense of a given sentence at sight. Fellows new to BetterPears courses are expected to be moderately rusty in their Latin or ancient Greek. However, with humility and perseverance, we find that even heavy rust will eventually give way to forms long thought forgotten. It should be remembered that BetterPears courses are not competitions, are not focused on pristine translations of the text, but rather the possible meanings of the author, and are not something to stress over and overly prepare. Come each week, leave the cares of the day behind you for a few hours, and put forth your best with the fellowship. At the end of each course, you will be able to say that you read a classical text in the original, in the company of those who are now good friends. Want to be part of a BetterPears course, but have no experience in Latin or ancient Greek? We offer limited seats for non-player characters, NPCs, at a special rate at each fellowship session for those who are interested in learning one of these languages and want to see what all the excitement is about from the safety of 3 feet back. How to embark on this adventure through BetterPears courses. Step 1. Visit betterpears.com/courses to learn more and view upcoming courses. Step 2. Select an upcoming course in your area and click on the link. If there are no upcoming courses in your area, consider moving to Oklahoma City or sign up to the BetterPears newsletter to stay in the know. Step 3. From the course page, sign up to be a course fellow or NPC and check out through our secure payment portal. Step 4. Within 24 hours, you will receive an email confirmation of your registration and information on where to attend your selected course sessions. This email will include any special parking directions. Step 5. Depending on the classical text, you may need to secure a physical copy prior to the first session. In some cases, course texts are available for purchase in person at sessions. Step 6. Since your fellowship does take place in a home, we ask that you arrive within 30 minutes of your session start time and not earlier. Sessions begin promptly on time. Step 7. Enjoy the fellowship. Seated at a common table, the guide will open in prayer, make necessary introductions for the text and fellows, and then proceed to invite fellows to construe or interpret sentences of the text. Somewhere near the midpoint of the session, the guide will call for a short break. At the end of the session, the guide will wrap up the passage, give announcements, and preview the next session or course. Step 8. Unless invited to linger longer by the host, fellows should plan to adjourn from the session 30 minutes after its conclusion. Continued discussions of the passages considered in the session, tangential thoughts inspired by the passages considered, and help tidying up are always appreciated. There it is, the why, what, and how of BetterPears courses. Visit betterpears.com/courses today.